Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Meet again with me, Tiara, Annisa, Putri, with student number K100200141. In here, I want to show all of you my presentation about suppositoria. Let's begin. What is suppositoria? Suppositoria are solid availability in various weight and shapes given through rectal, palate, and torpedo, vaginal, ovular, and urethral, basal, or bulky. Generally, it melts, softens, or dissolves at body temperature. The advantage of using suppositoria are 1. Avoiding irritation in the stomach. 2. Straight into the bloodstream so it has a faster effect than that use of oral medicine. 3. For patients who have vomiting and insensible. 4. Can avoid damage to drugs by pH stomach and digestive enzymes. The disadvantage of using suppositoria are 1. It's not fun in its use. 2. Medicinal absorption are often infrequent and difficult to predict. Next is factors affecting absorption of drugs by rectal. There are two factors. First factor is physiological factors. Rectum is low on liquid with pH 7.2 on low buffering capacity. The rectum epithelium is lesioned or fatty, then permeable onto non-ionized drugs. Drugs which are dissolved in fat is priority. Second factors is the physicochemical factors of drugs and the base. 1. Addicted drugs. Drugs that are easily dissolved in fat can be affected faster than that are water soluble. 2. Basic drugs. When they measure up drug rise and drug absorption increases rapidly. 3. Particle size. The measure up of a drug's particle will affect the soluble speed from the drugs to rectal fluid. 4. Basic suppositoria. Drugs that are dissolved in water and are in fat base are released immediately into the rectal fluid, when the base quickly released after it entered the rectum, and the drugs will soon be absorbed and the initial action of the drugs will be real. Where soluble base is, the initial action of the drugs will be evident as soon as it becomes waterlogged. As for requirements from the bases to be used in suppositoria are 1. It is mild and dissolved dispersion in the body. 2. It is non-toxic and non-irritating. 3. Can be mixed with a cure. 4. Steady in storage. 5. Easily to be molded and to be formed into suppositoria. Then we can draw a variety bases of suppositoria. 1. Fat base. The example of fat base is oleum cacao. Oleum cacao is triglyceride, yellowish and melts at temperature of 34 degrees until 35 degrees Celsius, has a stable crystal core. Can smell rancid, melts at hot or warm temperature, melts when mixed with certain drugs, for example chloral hydrate. Can be added with 4 until 6% of sera flava. The function of sera flava is to increase the melting point of oleum cacao. Adding sera flava should not be more than 6% because it would produce the milk that has a melting point over 37 degrees Celsius, and should not less than 4% of sera flava as it gets melting point under 33 degrees Celsius. Next is water-soluble base. The example of water-soluble base is PEG or polyethylene glycol and glycerin gelatin. Polyethylene glycol is 1. Steady in storage. 2. It doesn't melt at body temperature because it melts in body fluid. 3. It causes irritation, so use is mentioned first. 4. 37 until 63 degrees Celsius is melting point. 5. The mass is between 300 until 6,000. Less than 1,000 is liquid. Next is there are 3 methods of how to make suppositoria. 1 is melting method. The base was melted down, then substance was added and the mixture poured into the mold. The mold was placed in the cold by the paste, then hand shape by hand. 3. Method of compression or coat method. The bases are mixed and then molded with specific pressure. Next is packaging and storage. The suppository of glycerin and gelatin generally packed in glass container to prevent humidity change or hygroscopic and store it under 35 degrees Fahrenheit. A suppository of an almond cacao is wrapped fragmented to prevent clutter and store it under 30 degrees Fahrenheit, preferably in refrigerator. Next is my last presentation about sample drugs of suppositoria. I have one sample drug of suppositoria, that is caltrofen. Caltrofen, which contains ketoprofen, that is for trade joint and muscle-pain as an analgesic, and this drug include erectile suppositoria. Then the other sample of suppositoria is phagistic, which contains metronidazole and nystatin. Is to overcome fungal and bacterial infection of the vagina. And these drugs include a vaginal suppositoria. This is the last my presentation and thank you for your attention. See you later with me, Tiara Annisa. Bye bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.